Trillionaire CEO had always refused his family's arranged marriage. On the day of the wedding, he did the unthinkable, he ran away, leaving behind nothing but a divorce agreement. The scene left the bride utterly humiliated. Even the CEO's grandmother, who had orchestrated the marriage, was at a loss for words. Still, she tried to comfort the bride, telling her not to be upset. But in truth, the woman felt nothing for the arranged marriage. After all, she and the CEO had never even met before the wedding. His sudden disappearance didn't hurt her in the slightest. However, the grandmother decided to keep the truth about the divorce agreement a secret. She still held hope that the two could develop feelings for each other. That hope lasted for 3 years. In all that time, the CEO never returned home. And now, the moment he stepped back into the country, the first thing he did was instruct his assistant to finalize the divorce. Believing the woman had been refusing to sign the papers, he even planned to take her to court. Wasting no time, the CEO headed straight to a law firm. But the moment he arrived, he was met with an unexpected scene. He sought his supposed wife in a heated argument with another man. It turned out that this man had previously lost a lawsuit against her in court. Unwilling to accept defeat, he had come to harass her in person. Yet, the woman remained unfazed. She countered his accusations so sharply that he was left speechless. Furious, the man lashed out, causing her to stumble. Without thinking, the CEO instinctively stepped in and steadied her. At that moment, he felt something strange, almost as if he had fallen for her at first sight. But he quickly regained his composure and dealt with the aggressive man. Then, seizing the opportunity, he extended an invitation to the woman, asking if she could handle his divorce case. It was a job, and she was happy to take it. The two of them, along with his legal team, sat down at the conference table. Maintaining a professional demeanor, the woman asked, "So, what's the reason for the divorce?" The CEO was caught off guard. In truth, his only reason was his long-standing resentment toward his family's arrangements. But if he really thought about it, he had been the one who left for 3 years without looking back. He was the one in the wrong. Seeing his hesitation, the woman sighed, "If you don't even know the reason, I won't be able to handle your case." Left with no choice, the CEO decided to be honest. When he admitted that he and his bride had never even met in 3 years, the woman was stunned, because her situation was exactly the same. But as she processed the revelation, something felt off. When the grandmother first mentioned the CEO's name, it was different from the one he just said. So, she stayed quiet and listened as he explained further. By the time he finished, she couldn't help but feel that he was a total jerk. Just then, her phone rang. It was his grandmother. She told the woman that her husband was finally coming home today and hoped they could meet. Hearing this, the woman figured it was time to put an end to everything. She politely excused herself and left. Not long after she was gone, the CEO's phone rang as well. His grandmother was also urging him to come home. He arrived first. But the moment he stepped inside, he was met with yet another shock. His grandmother cheerfully announced that the woman was on her way. Instantly, he wanted to leave. But before he could take a step, there was a knock at the door. She had arrived. Click the bottom left corner to watch the full series.